We are live. How about that? Fantastic. All right, folks. It took a little while to get everything set up, but I think we are live. We're just going to check if anyone can hear this. If anyone's in the chat, we are live now. Let's see if there's any volume. Is there any volume? Let's see. Oh, yeah. I think we're good. Okay. Oh, hi, the lovely Sherry. Good to see you. Yeah, welcome. Hey, Captain. Captain, I had an issue, technical issue, and I did a whole half an hour, 45-minute live stream where apparently I was talking to myself. So welcome, everybody. Hey, Tim Hayes. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. The lovely Sherry is here. Captain Marty Spock. Hey, man. Come on in anytime you want. You're welcome to join anyone in the chat. I was just saying when I did an incredible stream, which none of you saw, but I was there, I saw it. I was talking about the hillsides around the lake country of the Okanagan in British Columbia. It's part of my work. I drove through there today, and it was just beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. The vineyards, we've got, I want to say probably 100 vineyards that I would have driven through in 6 hours, down to Peachland and Summerland. Those are real places along Lake Okanagan, I believe. And yeah, Osoyoos is close to the border of the U.S., and it's a lot warmer down there, and it's getting to be spring, and the vineyards are full of people. Workers starting irrigation, and some of the smaller vineyards are starting to plant some new trees even. So the wine here in the Okanagan is fantastic. It is absolutely world class. We've got, oh my good, Jackson Triggs. Jackson Triggs is a local British Columbia wine that is just amazing. It's a nice full-bodied red. It's the one I like is Cab Sav, Cabernet Sauvignon, and it is fantastic. So anyway, and the cherry orchards. So through the rolling hills around a little town called Oliver. Oliver is an actual town name. It's not too far from Summerland and Peachland on Lake Okanagan. That's where, there's quite a few cherry orchards through there, and apple orchards with smaller apple trees. Hey, Darius Munchausen is here. Any and all of you are welcome to hop on the stream if you wish, and I'd gladly have you on. But yeah, I was just talking about the vineyards, Darius. Part of my job is driving through southern Okanagan and driving through the rolling hills and lake country. There's like a dozen huge lakes that you drive around, and the vineyards are starting to come alive. The workers are out getting trees and things ready, so that's encouraging. There was mist along the hillsides, and there was some rain, and everything's going to be looking really, really green pretty quickly here. So in the chat, the lovely Sherry is saying hello to Captain Marty Spock and Pop Culture Curator, and they're saying hello back. And Darius Munchausen is also saying hello to everyone. Tim Hayes, hello to you, sir. And glad to see Andy Masterson. Hello. Glad to see you, sir. Actually, Andy, I can help. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not wearing pants, so I didn't realize you'd see that. Oh, shit. Well, anyway, yeah, got some Sawmill Creek here. Sawmill Creek Cab Sav, and that is a beautiful. Ooh, it pairs with beef. Great. That is fantastic, and that's a beautiful, beautiful wine. But Jackson Triggs, that's also one of my favorites. Pyramid Winery is also one of my favorites, and they're local, right around here. So just gonna pour myself a little glass of wine here in my midnight to midnight mug that I just received. There you go. It was a lovely cup to get, and here you go. Cheers, folks. Oh, and please, Captain, Andy, Darius, feel free to put your own links in the chat, or put each other's links in the chat. Go ahead. It's free reign here. You know, we promote everybody. Each and every one of us should feel free to promote themselves and promote each other. So go ahead with that. But yeah, cheers to Cardinal Sin. And midnight to midnight. Maybe this weekend, maybe another weekend. Who knows? I'm up for anything. So let's see. Andy Masterson in the chat says that would put me to sleep. The red wine would put you to sleep. Well, I'm not drinking the whole bottle. Holy shit! No, that's my weekday bottle. That's like 5 days worth of wine there. No, that's not. Holy shit! I wouldn't drink that tonight. If it was Friday, yeah, but not on a Wednesday. Andy also says, Canadian Spider-Man, did the mailman deliver anything? Holy crap. Andy, I've been checking the mail every day. I'm so excited. But no. Canada Post. All right, let's talk about it. The Canadian government says that if you're not vaccinated, you cannot have a job. It doesn't matter if you've been working for Canada Post for 25 years. Doesn't matter if you've been working at the hospital for 20 years. Doesn't matter. 2 years ago, you guys were heroes. Now, get out of here. You're not vaxxed. You don't have our same beliefs. Therefore, you're not entitled to feed your family or pay your mortgage or rent. Yeah. So anyway, point is, a lot of people were let go, so the mail is quite slow here. It is still dependable. It will arrive here, and I'm excited. I'm checking it every day, but no, it hasn't arrived yet. But I'm excited, and I can't even thank you enough, man. But feel free to jump. Ooh, Jedi Bill is in the chat. So Andy Masterson, yeah, thanks for that. I appreciate it. Ooh, and I can show the chats. Ooh, I just learned to do that. Sorry. There we go. Darius. There we go, Andy Masterson. Yeah, sorry, I should have had that up earlier. Did the mailman deliver anything? Not, sadly, no, but he will. And there's Munchausen. Does the wine pair with beef curtains? That's a thinner beef, I understand, so I bet you it would. Yeah, that'd be great with that. Fantastic. Where's that from, anyway? I believe. I'll be darned if that's not. Oliver, British Columbia. So that's where I was today, actually. I was down through there. All right, the lovely Sherry, welcome. Cheers. And lots of welcomes. No, it doesn't have an emoji for action figures. I'm so stoked. Andy, I'd love to. I don't know how much I'm allowed to tell, but I'm stoked. I'm so stoked. Andy Masterson, yes, I saw the video that Mike, Mexican Iron Man, shout out to Mexican Iron Man. Someone put his link in the chat. Oh, if you don't, I will. But he did a video where he unboxed your action figure that you handcrafted for Mexican Iron Man, and that was unbelievable, man. That was fantastic. Jedi Bill, man, it is great to see you. And if anyone wants to come on, please, the link is in the chat. You are welcome to hop on at any time. I believe that works. I believe that's a functional link. I hope. I'm just new to this. This is like my third or fourth stream, not including continuations of previous streams, because by the time that continued, well, it was a bit of a shit show each time, let's say that. Darius Munchausen in the chat says, Canadian Spider-Man, I ordered 3 new drives, so that, assuming it fixes my problem, it will never happen again. Oh, good. I'm glad to see you, man. I haven't really, I think I messaged you on Twitter and also Discord, but I just got home a little while ago. I haven't checked those things really. But yeah, I'm glad to see you, man. Really glad to see you. Computer problems, eh? Okay. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. I'm glad this computer survived the old drop off the sun deck there. That would have been really bad. And the other deck as well, by the fire pit, that would have been, I've dropped this 3 times now. Yeah, that would have. Jedi Bill, hello, Darius Munchausen, he says, Canada Post needs to fuck off. Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And now I've set this up so that when a guest enters, it'll make a sound. I don't know what that sound is, but let's see what it does for Mr. Andy Masterson.
Hello, Canadian Spider-Man and everyone.
Hi, good to see you.
So real quick, I got to get to sleep before I got classes in the morning, but the Mexican Iron Man figure is actually just a repaint. Although what I did was I sculpted his face inside the helmet. Mm-hmm. So that's new. And he's got a sombrero with some magnets inside, so it sits in his head.
That is awesome.
And that won't come off. And Mark Smith, Mark S47, I'm sure you've seen him in the chats.
Yep, I've seen him, yeah.
He did some electronics work for us, so it's got he's got a base where you press all the buttons, and he's got there's 4 buttons, and I think there's 3 sound clips on each button of Mike doing his Arriba, 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 and all that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Stuff. And then you take a magnet and you pull it across in front, and it plays like 3 different songs in it. So
by a magnet.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it got a magnetic switch in the front. So
okay. Oh, that's fantastic.
It's pretty cool.
And we have another guest. If I can introduce Tim Hayes. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little bit upset right now.
Oh no. What's going on?
I think my next door neighbor just died.
Oh my goodness. Oh dear.
That's terrible.
She wasn't doing too well. She had somebody coming over to help take care of her. This has been like a few years since her husband died, but I was looking out my front door this morning, and a little ambulance came up to the house, and they pulled out a gurney, but then they put it back in, and then the police came.
Oh wow! And
then this woman's grown daughter came. So
that's not a good sign. Did you know the woman at all very well?
Yeah, I've been living in this house since I was a kid. So this lady and her husband had been living next door to us since I was a kid. But her husband died a few years back, but now I think she probably died.
Oh dear. Oh, that is
my mom's the last of the adults in the neighborhood from my childhood. Well, most of them.
Yeah. That's too bad that you knew the woman as well. Unfortunately, it's been quite a while since I've had any close people pass away. So hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon. And Andy, how are you doing? Okay, man. You're working.
Oh yeah. It's been
lots.
It's been a few. It's been a rough couple weeks, but it seems like every time I turn around, there's like more and more bad news. So. He's trying to
2021, 2020, 2020. What happened to the Roaring 20s? I thought we were going to have the Roaring 20s again, gentlemen. What the hell happened to the Roaring 20s? I was all stoked. Yes, I'm stoked for the
flappers.
20s. Yeah, right. Wait, when's that gonna come back? I'm waiting for that. Meanwhile, it's the 2020 was not good to say the least. 2021 not good. 2022 so far not great, but it's just early. It's just early. I'm optimistic because things, pandemic wise, are looking very good. As far as treatments go, and survival statistics. So I haven't ruled out 2022 yet. Still optimistic. I'm still hoping 2022 is going to be okay. But yeah,
last couple of weeks, I put a friend of mine, an extended family member, on hospice care because he's dying. My brother had to put his dog down. It's been yeah, it's been
an older dog or a newer dog?
No, he was only about 5 years old, but he'd gotten bitten by another dog and got infected, put him on antibiotics, and then apparently it affected his brain. He bit my sister-in-law pretty bad, and it was an old English bulldog, so he was pretty strong. So,
yeah. Wow, that's well. I hope the dog is restrained or taken care of somehow, and that's not.
Well, they put him down, so he's.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So. Yeah, and it's a shame. He was a sweet dog too. You go over to the house and he'd run all over him. And you would sit on the back of the couch like a cat. I mean, he was probably about like 70 pounds, and he would climb on the back of the couch and lay up there with his legs like hanging over each side.
I've had dogs, bigger dogs, that thought they were lap dogs. Yeah. Well, that's not and that was just recently, Andy?
Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago.
So yeah, this month has been complete shit. But I turned 50 in a month. And I'm gonna celebrate the birthday regardless of pandemic or whatever. We're gonna have a huge camping bonfire. We're gonna take over the north end of the lake here, nearby, and we're just gonna have a great time. And pandemic be damned, negativity of 2022. We're gonna hopefully wash it all away. We're gonna have a huge fire, and it'll be cleansing. We will purge. We will do several dances and chants and hopefully chase away the evil spirits. I mean, the Japanese believe it works.
55. I turned 55 the day after my obstacle course run this year.
Shit. I turned 45 on June 30th.
There you go.
Congratulations, man. The 40s are good.
I like
Andy, I honestly thought you were like a year or two younger than me looking at you. Wow.
It's my daughter.
Yeah, if I let my beard grow in, I got a bit of gray in there too. But people that have kids, it changes their hair color. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I've caused it. I was a kid. I know. I saw my father's hair go.
That's all right. I wouldn't trade them. They're pretty cool.
No.
I like.
Well, Canadian Spider-Man, you look good for 50.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Tim. Yeah, we're doing okay. The men here are representing age pretty well. Tim, you've I guess you're certainly not looking 45, so you must do something to just not have a lot of stress or enjoy life.
I have a lot of stress though.
Oh.
I'm just a really short little man.
Yep. Well, I'm not a tall guy either.
But yeah, I don't know if you can see the frown lines there. I've had those since I was 18 or so.
I thought those were from laughing. I get a lot. That's why you get these from laughing. Get a lot of that.
I'm going to ignore all the wrinkle talk.
Absolutely, yeah. But you know what? It's from laughing. I swear. Yeah. But
I earned it all. I earned every one of them, so I'm okay with it. Every year in the obstacle course run, there's this one thing where you're crossing this rope. It's like 60 foot across, and there's a professional photographer there, and like the sunlight hitting my head was like just completely reflected silver. I'm like, what the hell? It's not that light.
What do you do in an obstacle course for? Just that for fun? Was it a challenge?
Well, it goes for charity. They use the money to create drinking water around the world, and
drinking water. Yep,
yeah,
that's important.
So we've done Zimbabwe, Malawi, Ethiopia.
Malawi's in Africa. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We did Cambodia.
Right.
A few other.
That's important.
Few other countries, like because we do it twice a year, and
wow.
So there's 12 obstacles, and it's called Goliathon. So you go out there, and the first one is a water carry, and it's tiered. So like you can have an easier level, a hard level, and an extremely hard level. If you finish all 12 obstacles at the hardest level, you're automatically registered to compete in American Ninja Warrior.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's that hard.
Yeah. You ever see the guy with the green hair on American Ninja Warrior, Jamie Ron? He's usually a contender at the end of the year. He's got like bright green hair that he dyes his hair.
Yep. I have seen, His family comes out and supports him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a staple out there because he grew up like about, I don't know, probably about 5 miles away from here. So over in Cherry Hill. So he comes and does it. But yeah, there's water carry obstacles. So at level 1, you carry a 20-pound bottle of water 400 feet up and down a hill.
Level 1 being the hardest.
No, level 1's the easiest. So
I know.
Level 2 is a full gallon. So that's 40 pounds, and level 3 is two cans suspended on a metal pole that you're walking along with. And you do that for 400 feet. It goes up and down this hill and stuff, and that's always fun.
How much does that weigh?
What's that? 80 pounds.
80?
Yeah.
That's more than half of my body weight.
So yeah, like you throw it on there and just you go with it. But there's a website on it. They have a website you can go and check out the obstacles. They're a lot of fun.
Well, so that begs the question Tim and I want to ask. Wait, how much did you carry any water? Which level did you compete on, Andy?
I did level 3.
You don't have to answer.
Oh, I've done level 3 every year.
And you actually finish?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Holy shit!
We'll find some of the video and stuff.
Does that sound fun, Tim? You want to go run and do that?
Ninja Warrior, I don't know.
Have you seen it?
No, but that sounds like American Gladiators, which I don't think I'd be able to do.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not far off. Yeah, it's a huge obstacle course, and you pretty much have to be a ninja to compete it and to finish it. Most people don't finish it; they fall into the water obstacles.
I'm not athletic, and I don't know how to swim, so
that would not be good. There's a lot of money involved, though. To Mexican Iron Man, yes, agreed.
Is Mexican Iron Man here tonight?
He's not. Sometimes he pops around. He's a friend and fellow team member, a fellow Avenger, but he's not around tonight. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, well, I know him from Midnight's Edge in the morning.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, he's on there quite a bit. I'm in there, and also with Doomcock as well.
Yeah, my friend Michael French of the YouTube channel Retro Blasting had been a guest on Midnight's Edge in the morning, so that's how I found out about Midnight's Edge. And I also found out about Clobbering Times from Retro Blasting, since Michael had been a guest on Clobbering Times as well.
That's another excellent channel. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Clobbering Times. And Andy, I think I've seen you in there more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's...
Clobbering Times is great.
He is, yeah. And Retro Blasting, yeah, I've subscribed to them as well.
I love comic book talk.
I'm on Midnight's Edge's Patreon, and I'm on Retro Blasting, and then Analog Toys on Toy Polloy.
Yeah, I've subscribed to pretty much all of those channels. Yeah, you know what? There's so much good material out there. There's so many good content creators. It is so hard to keep up with everything. Like I would literally have to quit my day job and just watch all my friends' YouTube videos all the time. It's crazy. There's so much good content out there. A good friend of ours, Anti-Derivative Jill, has been putting up live streams, and I really want to catch her streams. So far, I haven't been able to catch her live, but there's just not enough hours in the day, you know. This whole YouTube phenomenon has really taken off during the pandemic. You know, it was the pandemic that sort of, you know, I wasn't working, and so that sort of led me to YouTube. You know, I didn't really come on here much before that. Maybe some instructional videos to show how to fix a refrigerator, something like that.
I think it was in 2019 I started watching a lot more YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. It would have been about the same for me as well. Yeah. Ooh, Darius Munchausen turning 35 on the 4th in 1.5 weeks. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I think 32 flavors of Nick Weiser's 35 now.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I just watched. I'm a fan of his as well. I think I've streamed with 32 flavors of Nick Weiser. I'm sure we have at some point.
I'll be on his show on Friday.
Yeah, I met him through Midnight's Edge, and then he does Comics Division as well.
He does, and I'm going to put his link in the chat. I'm sure everyone here is familiar with 32, but I'm going to put his in the chat as well.
And I was watching Wes Moody's Whatever Wednesday webcast where he had Script Doctor on earlier, and then Fanzine had his physical media show on with Tom Connors earlier.
Yep. Hey, hello to Low Spec Linux Laptop, and also Don McDouglas. Welcome. Yeah. So I thought I'd show you. Part of this live stream was I was showing folks my new black light that I purchased. Okay. It is a black light. And so there's the Doomcock ring, right? Shout out to Gary Ambrosia. That is Doomcock. There you go. And you can see the brass ring for the eyes. Anyway, it glows pretty good, but when you shine a black light on it, it gets radioactive. Like, how's that? Like,
you got to say, in
Shazam,
brightest day and darkest night.
In brightest day and darkest night. That's right. I mean, that's pretty glowy. Yeah. So that I was pretty excited. So I decided to do a stream and show that off a little bit. And oh, perfect. That is the obstacle course. Now, is that the video with you in it, Andy? I see in the private chat he's put a link there, Tim, saying Goliathon obstacles. Yeah, I'd like to do an obstacle course. Yeah, I still would like to give it a try. I used to love to do them as a kid. So
yeah, it looks like it's a bunch of different videos on obstacle courses.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to have Jedi Bill in the chat. Like I said earlier, if anyone wants to come on to the stream, they're more than welcome.
What's that creature?
Oh my goodness!
This is Harvey's illegitimate brother.
That is the brother of Harvey Cthulhu, which he's an ancient eldritch god, and he's sent here to destroy the Earth from another dimension, and he happens to be Doomcock's best friend and arch enemy, actually, at the same time. And there is a ring with Harvey Cthulhu on it with the tentacles right there. Same creator, I believe. That was Gary Ambrosia, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, fantastic. That's a cool. I haven't seen any other like that, Andy. Did you make that? eBay, right? No, I haven't seen that. Fantastic.
So I just stuck a let's see here. Let's see. I don't know if you can share this.
I can try.
I just stuck that in the private chat.
Okay. That's what are you showing there?
That's a video of one of the events. It's actually me on it.
Where is the shoot? I'm having issues finding the link here. But yeah, the oh, there it is. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I can totally post that. Is that I'm going to trust that's safe to post, Andy? I trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. Yeah. Let me do that right now. Yeah, I'm stoked to have low spec Linux laptop in the chat. And Jedi Bill 797, you guys, Darius as well, and Captain Marty Spock. You guys all are more than welcome to hop on here if you want. I'm gonna end it here pretty quick. I just wanted to talk about the beautiful spring conditions around the Okanagan today. The cherry trees are starting to have blossoms, just a little tiny bit, little buds. I'm not going to say blossoms, but little buds. The workers are out in the field putting the irrigation up for the grapes, the vineyards, and the apple trees are starting to have little green buds. So spring is coming. I'm getting excited. Yeah. And I wanted to show off the black light and the Doomcock ring. Cool. And also just, I guess, continue to voice publicly that Canada is still not free. We need to change our constitution. We need to strengthen the laws so any leader or any one person in power just can't come in and start making dictates. And we are not free people. I can't leave my own country right now. I am forbidden to go and visit you, Andy.
What's the pulse of the rest of the country? Is everybody pretty much fed up, or was the I saw the convoy, and but I don't know the approval rating of it.
I wouldn't say it was a majority. I think realistically, I think they had support from hard to gauge. In my area, 80% approve, support. In the greater Okanagans, probably it seemed to be about 50%, half and half. In British Columbia, hard to say. It had a lot of support. But nationwide, I don't know, maybe 20%, could be as much as 50%. It's really hard because we didn't have any coverage of it from the national media. We didn't have any. Normally, when there's a situation like that, like the BLM riots, you'd have a panel of news anchors discussing every aspect of it, 5 ways from Sunday. But the big media sort of ignored it. Not one CBC or CTV or mainstream media reporter got into a truck to interview. I didn't see one climb up into a big rig. I might be mistaken on that, but I watched hundreds of hours, literally over the 3 weeks, and I didn't see one interview inside a truck from mainstream media. But YouTubers like Zot and Ottawa Scotty and Ottawa U Scotty and other YouTube Viva Frey, they were getting into the trucks and talking with truckers and but without the mainstream media coverage, it's hard to say. And they were downplaying it. It's hard to say how many people actually agree. But even if it was only 20%, let's go the absolute lowest end that I believe it was. Tens of thousands of Canadians' individual donations were made to the Freedom Convoy. First, it was a GoFundMe, and that raised $10 million, biggest GoFundMe public fundraiser in Canadian history. Certainly, any political fundraiser as to boot. And then the Give, Send, Go. Those were tens of thousands of individual Canadian donations. And CTV, who's no friend to the Freedom Convoy, they did an investigation to try and prove that there was foreign funding coming into it, and they couldn't find anything. So This is a lot of public support. And for everyone that voices it, or everyone that is public about it, there's 10 more that that aren't going to say too much. But even if it is 20% of the population, that's equivalent to the amount of French people in Canada. And look what look what we do how an important role they play in our country, in our culture. They've got their own criminal code. Literally, wow. Quebec doesn't follow the same criminal code as Canada. They have their French code, and they don't have a court system with judges and jury like we do. They've got their own system. And they're only roughly 20%. So even if it is only 20% of the population that agrees with the Freedom Convoy, and I think that's the low end, I know there's a lot of people that are noticing the problems with our Constitution. And a lot of people notice that all these restrictions came in with no parliamentary debate. Here, Canadian Constitution right here. There's 2 copies, gentlemen. Canadian Constitution right there. It says fundamental freedoms. These freedoms, freedom of conscience, of religion, thought, belief, opinion, peaceful assembly, association, are subject. They're freedoms guaranteed to everybody, subject only to reasonable limits. So there are limits to those freedoms, as prescribed by law, as can be demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. So that means before you start imposing the restrictions, you have to demonstrate to the public that they're justified. I didn't see any justification. There was no parliamentary debate. There were decrees. Unelected officials, our health ministers, were making policy. There was no debate about it. Actually, Parliament was shut down. Justin Trudeau shut down the Parliament pretty much for 2 years. Apparently, liquor stores and marijuana shops were essential services, but apparently democracy was not essential over the last 2 years. He literally shut Parliament down. You could go to Walmart.
Annoying.
You could go to get your booze, but no parliamentary debate on any policies. So that's the problem. That Constitution right there that I read to you, the other copy says the same thing. They're only subject to, everyone says, well, it's a pandemic, it's an emergency, so you have to have limits to your freedoms. You have to demonstrate it. Not only that, you have to demonstrate it before you act. And he said, well, we're just going to act now and we'll demonstrate later. They never did. So what I'm hopeful, Tim and Andy, is that there are so many lawsuits in the court process now on every level, from law firms, from individuals, from the former premier of Newfoundland. He helped draft the Charter of Rights and Freedoms in 1982. He's the only living first minister that was part of the freaking draft of the thing. He made it. He helped make it. And his name escapes me. Darn it. That would have been important to remember. But it's Peter. It's a pretty common name anyway. Anyway,
I saw him.
He's taking the government to court, saying you violated everything the Charter stands for, and that'll go all the way to the Supreme Court. There's dozens of entities, of bodies, of people that are launching lawsuits on every level. So my hope is that they'll at least succeed, and we'll hold people accountable, and we will change the legislation a little bit. And look who we have here. Another person who's suffering from maybe too much government, we'll call it. Over government overreach. Captain Cockney Spock. Hello, sir.
Here's my damn papers. How you doing?
Show us no kidding. You have to show us your papers to go into restaurants. I can't go to see a movie right now. I haven't seen Spider-Man. No spoilers, okay? La 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 la. I haven't seen Spider-Man.
It's like Back to the Future. There's
Tim,
3 Spideys.
I haven't seen Spidey. I haven't seen. Have you seen Spider-Man? Tim, have you seen Spidey? The new one?
No, I went to see Dune, but I haven't seen Spider-Man.
Yeah. Captain, have you seen Spidey?
Dude, you've seen Dirt. They haven't made Ner yet. It's half a movie.
Yeah, I know that, but still, anything at the time, that was about the only thing I felt like seeing in a movie theater.
It looks pretty amazing, but I'm waiting for Ner so I can see the whole thing in one go.
Yeah, we're not allowed to see it. And I donated to the trucker fund too. They froze 300 bank accounts of Canadian citizens. There was no court order. There was no debate. There was no parliamentary motion. There was no court order. No justice ruled on it. No judge said it. Trudeau said, freeze those bank accounts, and the banks fucking snapped to and did what he said. And those people's names were added to a list. The police were going around videotaping with facial identification technology, putting names on a master list.
Trudeau.
Saying, oh, well, and
Trudeau.
Calling
terrorists. Trudeau. Oh, you mean Justin Castro?
Yes.
Just Run. We call him Just Run.
Just Run Castro. Castro.
And my Jr. friends are, some people I know are saying, well, what's the big deal if being on a list? As long as you don't commit any terrorist actions, there's no problem, right? Well, okay, maybe, but say my buddy up the road wants me to come help chop down his trees, and so it's walking distance. It's maybe 10 minutes, so I go along with my axe up to his house, and the local RCMP is doing a patrol on the highway. Sometimes they do, and he comes and sees me, and pulls and asks for my ID, and I give him my ID, and he says, and now all of a sudden I'm on a list. Now all of a sudden this is a big fucking problem. So yeah, my name on the list is a problem. My bank account being frozen without a judge or without a court order, without any parliamentary debate. And you know what they said too? The banks are not subject to any, you can't sue them afterward. Like years down the road, if this all turns and goes to shit and say, oh, you know what, they shouldn't have done that. And you can't, they made it in the law when the decree was made, saying that the banks cannot be held responsible going forward for freezing your accounts, even if it was wrong. They cannot be sued. They cannot be held accountable.
You still need to sue anyway. I would sue anyway.
I think people will, Tim. I think you're not wrong. The government tried. What's that? When you have diplomatic immunity? Yeah, they granted them immunity in the legislation. But I think you're right, Tim. When that goes to the Supreme Court, that is not going to fly. I think you're right. That's not going to fly. I'll show you what does fly. This flies. That flies really well. Oh, yeah. Eagle Moss. Shout out to Eagle Moss.
That's a Star Trek Next Generation Enterprise.
It is, yeah. Yeah. Do you have a favorite? Do you like the old school, Andy, or do you like the new one? The D?
I had that model years and years ago. Buddy of mine had the classic Enterprise, and I had that one. I always liked that one. I thought it looked a little cooler.
I like the size of the. I don't know. I mean, that looks pretty friggin' cool, doesn't it? With the curved pylons here. There's just a sexy, there's a sexy shape to that for sure.
I think Voyager was probably their coolest looking ship.
Yeah. Captain, what's your opinion on the starships? Do you have a favorite? with a name like
My
that.
opinion on the Starship. My opinion. I like them. I think they're good.
Do you have a favorite Enterprise, Captain?
No, I don't. I think they're all equally fantastic. Yeah, Kirk's one's clearly the best one. 1701D. Is it D? Is Kirk D?
What about Kirk? He doesn't have a letter. Well, I guess he had A, didn't he? He blew up the original.
Got a letter in his name. T for Tiberius.
That's like Star Wars becoming A New Hope.
Oh yeah, well, don't even exactly. If it's called A New Hope, you know it ain't dope. It's called Star Wars. Star Wars. Right. Which Star Wars? Star Wars. Star Wars.
Oh. I saw that in the theater and I was 9 years old.
Amen. Back when it was called Star Wars.
So the link that I'm showing currently, Andy, that is not to a pornography site starring you. That is something different.
Yeah, that's me on the one obstacle at the obstacle course on.
Fantastic. All right. All right, chat. There you go. I'm definitely gonna. If I watch that when I'm just going to bed, am I going to be laughing so hard that I'm going to be not able to sleep, or is it?
Nah, it's pretty. It's
okay.
All it is like not falling in water.
Okay, because I can imagine like 30 people running around splashing water all over themselves and slipping and pulling groins and.
All right, gentlemen, I got to run. I got to be up in the morning.
Thanks for anytime, man. Thank you for being here. And I'm gonna. Is it okay? I'm gonna put your channel link in the chat, Andy Master.
Yes, awesome. Thank
right
you.
there. Yeah, no, absolutely, Andy. I'm thrilled to do it, and thank you for taking the time and popping on my little channel here.
Okay, my friends, have a good night.
Nice to see you, Andy.
Yes.
Likewise, Captain.
And hey, I as soon as I'm checking the mail every day, and as soon as that comes, I'm going to do an instant video, and I'm going to need your address.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
Take care, guys.
See ya. Yeah, we're going to send him some nice maple scented undies. Candies.
Maple scented.
They're available here.
Captain Cockney Spock, are you in the UK?
No, I'm currently in. Where the fuck am I? New Zealand. Apparently, it's New Zealand.
Okay, because you sound very British.
I do. I was clearly born in Poland.
He's international, Tim. He's got some Canadian lineage to him.
Got some Canadian.
Okay, because I heard that Cockney was an accent, was a certain type of British accent.
Yep. Hello, geezer.
Serious. I'm reading ahead in the chat. I'm sorry.
You are, aren't you? Well,
I was.
Knock.
Low spec Linux laptop in the chat says forcing you to be a guinea pig for clinical trial is not justified. And you know what? That's right. People can have their different opinions, absolutely. But I think it's a fact that the vaccine is still under clinical emergency authorization. It hasn't gone through all the safety testing and all the normal. I think it's still an emergency clinical trial vaccine. So technically it's experimental in my non-medical opinion. So I can understand that thought, but we're not going to, I'm not a doctor. But I play one on TV. And if you would like a medical examination and you're a lady under 120 pounds, I can provide that examination. That's a personal preference. I'm entitled to personal preferences.
Just a theory and a fervent prayer.
Like round the cells. Round the cells are personal preference. I'm entitled to like round the cells. Low spec Linux laptop in the chat. Tim, would you like to read that chat? Do you mind?
This one, classic from low spec Linux laptop, classic round nacelles. I made at TOS ship model. I guess the original Star Trek
with Kirk
ship model mod for Starfleet Command Gold.
What is Starfleet Command Gold?
The one above silver.
I guess it sounds to me like maybe
ask a silly question.
Yes, I guess.
So you asked about spaceship, Spidey. Here you go. It's not Star Trek, but I've got to always betray my
the Millennium Falcon.
And what was going to be the Millennium Falcon? Rebel Blockade Runner.
That is awesome. That is fantastic.
T4.
And Princess Leia. I got it.
We are on a diplomatic mission, Father.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Is that the troop carrier? That's the freaking troop carrier, Tim.
Oh,
that is
yeah,
beautiful.
Baby. Oh, now we're.
And Darius Munchausen in the chat. Kirk had the D in his pants. Ooh,
Hey.
nice. That's fantastic. And happy birthday, William Shatner. Yesterday, I think it was, wasn't it?
Sure, whatever.
Oh, Tim, that was beautiful. That troop carrier.
We've committed to a search of the entire premises, Captain. We found nothing. However, a detachment of droids did leave earlier. We didn't shoot them because we're paying by the laser.
I want one of those. Ooh. And that has sound effects. Does it?
TK420, why aren't you at your post? TK420, where are you? Don't know, man. Don't ask me.
That you've got a lot of stormtroopers. How many stormtroopers do you have, Tim? Holy shit!
That's not all of them, but this is the this is the Mandalorian.
That's just the tip of the
ice. It's the Mandalorian troop.
Oh yeah,
transport.
Right. So that didn't appear in any of the actual movies, did it?
Until the Mandalorian.
It was on the Mandalorian TV show.
Right.
And it was in the comic book.
And I'd love to put the Mandalorian in a DeLorean.
I bet you would. The Mandalorian and a DeLorean. There you go. The Mandalorian with the DeLorean.
Now, do those stormtroopers all come out, don't they? They're just loose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it didn't come
That's
with
fantastic.
Them. I put them in there. What are you smoking?
That is fresh Okanagan marijuana.
What isn't he smoking?
So it's wacky. It's wacky tobacco.
It is. It's perfectly legal here, and my friend grows it. So I know
we call
exactly
it wacky tobacco here, and we also call it the wacky weed.
Yeah, it is pretty wacky. I'll give you that.
It's the devil's lettuce, I tells you.
Yeah, well, you got to get your vegetables.
Oh, I don't think that's going to give you really much nutritional value.
What that gives Spidey is 5 a day.
Although you can eat every single part of the hemp plant itself, and it does have like omega vitamins in there. It's got all kinds of stuff in there. What are the it's got essential vitamins, it's got fiber, it's got all kinds of stuff in there. And hemp seeds,
won't it cause hallucinations though if you eat it?
Only the flower. Only the flower is my understanding. And you've got to heat it.
A proxy, yes. Good, Darius. Excellent.
You've got to heat the THC to activate it. So you've got to either bake it in an oven or heat it up with a lighter. I'm not a chemist, but I believe you have to activate the THC by heating it up. And then if you don't do that, you won't get baked.
I don't know if you can see that back there. I've got a few of the Tanti 4 hallways connected.
Oh, nice. Now you're talking my language.
Beautiful.
Where's Captain Antilles?
Is that technically a diorama?
Yeah, it's more... The playsets that Hasbro makes are more dioramas than they are playsets now.
You should see Captain Spock's dioramas. He's a big fan of the diorama. Those are beautiful, man. So how many figures are in that hallway? 10?
Well, let me turn on the light.
Have you got like the rebels and the blue shirts and the funny pointy hat?
Let me turn on the light.
Oh, baby.
For sure.
See. Can we see?
Yeah, okay, Tim, for sure. Starfleet Command Series is the best Star Trek PC games made. Okay, based on tabletop Starfleet battles. Okay, Low Spec, I got it.
Did you hear that?
I got it.
There'll be no escape for the princess this time.
What, did she escape last time then? I don't remember that.
She did. Apparently, that's now become a reference. It's a retcon reference to Rogue One, the film that ruined Return of the Jedi.
Oh,
so they just escaped a few minutes ago, didn't she?
Right.
So quite clever the way they did that, but they did ruin.
I don't think you can see down that way, but here's some other ones I've got over here. I've got a bunch.
Yeah, you did, Darius.
I've got 2 Jabba's palaces. I've got the paper stock diorama playset right there, and then I've got the Hasbro one with the classic.
Well, what was the tiebreaker question?
Damned if I remember.
And
what was the misspelling of James T. Kirk on the gravestone? They got one letter wrong. Can you, Spidey, or you, Darius, tell me what was the incorrect spelling of James T. Kirk in Series 1, Episode 3, Balance of Terror? I don't know what the fuck it was called, but they got his name wrong. Can someone, if anyone can tell me?
The
James
T.
T.
They
it
didn't
should have been
the T.
In fact, 2 tiebreaker questions. T for tie. What does the T stand for?
Tiberius.
Well done. And see, I knew you'd know that, and I bet Darius knows it. So, what was the incorrect letter there? I'm not making it easy for you, am I? What was the incorrect letter in here?
What letter did they put on the tombstone of Episode 3, Season 1?
I made up the number, but yeah, you fucking figure it out. The only episode that ever had James
instead of
Kirk's name on a tombstone, they got the T wrong. They got the wrong letter. Come on, you can guess it. You've got a 125 chance of getting it right.
Well, sometimes why?
Why? Is that what you're going with? You're going with why? James Y. Kirk.
No, it was James. Okay. It was J, wasn't it?
No, that is wrong. I have to pass it over to Darius's team. All right, well, I'm glad to settle the tiebreaker. Darius, it's in your court. James Watt Kirk. And it's not J. It's not J. Jonah Jameson. It's not James.
That's what I was
J.
going
Kirk.
For. How did you know? Nice. That's exactly what I was going for.
Because, how did I know? Because I know you.
Yeah. I guess.
I know
what you're spending too much time together, Captain.
I know, right? Right.
I'm glad to have you on the stream. It's nice. Instead of me stinking up your place, you're over here now. All the pressure's on me.
Exactly. I'm stinking up your place.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I've heard you say live a few times, like being a guest is easier. You'd rather that because you don't have to do all the heavy lifting.
No, well, I like being a guest, but I make 20% more effort. So, guys, if you like my pasta, subscribe to my channel, but don't bother listening.
That's right.
I'm an awful host. I will mute a motherfucker to finish a point.
You muted me the last
talk about
stream, I believe.
One trick pony. All I want to talk about is time traveling back to the future, and the fact there's 2 Martys and there's 3 timelines. And anyone that disagrees is wrong. On an opinion, you're just wrong. And I've done the poster, and shut up.
It was funny, Tim. The last stream I went on with Captain, I got talking a bit too much, and he muted me. He freaking muted me just out of the blue. No warning, just mute.
I will mute a motherfucker. No, I like
you. You did.
You got a lot of spunk. You'll go, that is not webbing, Spidey. No, you'll go far. You're a great guy, but sometimes just a little bit too keen. Captain had started a sentence. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Sometimes I get excited.
I know, right? But that's what the mute button's for. No debate, no argument, no trial, no jury. Straight to mute, Bill. No, thanks. Shout out Cardinal Sin. If it wasn't for Cardinal Sin, I wouldn't know I had a mute button because I wouldn't have needed it.
All right. Yeah, shout out to Cardinal Sin. Absolutely.
But once you get the Cardinal on, just top tip. Get handy with the mute button. Get ready. You're going to fucking need it.
Ooh, we need a little. Yeah. Do you like red wine, Tim?
No, I don't. I don't drink wine.
Good man.
Yeah. Well, I happen to. Well, see, I live in wine country. It's everywhere. It's just there's so much of it, and they taste.
Oh, what? So too. if you live in northwest Afghanistan, you're like, well, I like doing the heroin. What can I tell you? I'm in opium country. What are you going to do? It's no excuse, Spidey.
You've heard the expression "when in Rome."
Yeah, do you know? Think about that though. The Romans, right? The Romans went around invading all the countries around them, and then culturally appropriating everyone else. They got their who they get their navy from? Carthage. What about their gods from the ancient Greeks? What about their language? Oh, from the Latins, funny enough. They went round southeastern Europe and North Africa, stealing everything, and then they flipped it around as cultural imperialism. and went round bloody London and Paris going, right, we're the Romans. You're going to do as we do. So they basically nick their ideas. They go around everywhere, kicking the door and going, be Roman, do as we do. And then suddenly we visit them. We've got to do as they do. So when in Rome, be as a Roman. When Londinium, be like a Roman. When Verulamium, be like a Roman. Everywhere you go, be like the fucking Roman. What have the Romans ever done for us?
Well, let's see. Aqueducts.
Yeah, copy.
The distance measurements, marathon.
Greeks. That was the Greeks.
Phalanx.
Fuck off. Whoa, Spidey. What? I didn't let you get away with that bullshit. That was the ancient Greeks. That was the Battle of Marathon.
Oh, Romans and Greeks.
We won the battle. I die. That was
the problem.
Romans.
The problem. Oh dear goodness. The problem with
Next
Canadian
you'll be saying
history.
Spider-Man was written by Kathleen Kennedy.
Now, see, we study Roman history and Greek history too close together.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's all the same thing, but that's because the Romans nicked all the good stuff from the Greeks in the first place. The Greeks were like Apple, and the Romans are like bloody Microsoft, just taking the ideas, making them a bit worse, and then fucking off again.
Oh, it's like the Japanese to the Chinese, except they make them better.
How?
Well, it is. I mean, yeah. The Japanese took ramen noodles, for example. In my opinion, they made them better, and they borrowed the idea from China, and they're just better. And they take French pastries, and they just take them up a notch, in my experience. You know, you walk into pastry shops in Tokyo, and you think you're in Paris, and except it's like got an Asian flair. It's interesting. But I understand what you're saying.
Good, because I've forgotten completely.
Captain, do you want to read this from our friend Darius Munchausen, please? Or not. I can do it.
Sorry, which of us was that?
Sorry, Captain, I was talking about you.
Oh, me? Yeah, sorry. Darius Munchausen says it's fucking rebooting again. Not today, isn't. Darius Munchausen in the chat says, at low spec Linux laptop, if I can create a small partition on a drive and install Linux on it, will you give me advice on what? Well, women advice? Don't call for 3 days. Yeah, you create a partition and we'll give you chick advice. Always leave it 3 days, Darius. Don't be a fool. Don't look too keen. Don't leave 15 answer phone messages in a row. Don't do it. Don't drunk text. There you go. 3 bits of advice. And then you may partition. He's going to partition his drive like it's the fucking Ukraine, isn't he?
He just asked for advice. He didn't ask for good advice. So
yeah, we can give him bad advice. Always call first. So yeah, you're going to make the Linux partition. Are you going to call it Donbass? Too soon.
The tiebreaker was so easy, I don't even count it as a win, and I say it was a tie. Okay. So he knew the letter. Well, prove he knew the letter. Oh, the C. Is that right?
We still don't know the letter. Only I know
James
the letter.
James C. Kirk.
Darius clearly doesn't know the letter, but, you know, he doesn't like to guess. Hang on a minute. My entire show this week is based on the premise that we're all living in Darius's head.
What is
because no one knows anything.
Spock's father?
We only know.
Vulcan.
Yeah, duh. This is Mum that
just
was
want to stop
here.
by and say, Tim, would you mind reading this from Raquel? And you can do it in the Raquel voice if you wish, or use your own. Go ahead.
Just want to stop by and say hello. I'm going back to sleep. Have a good night, y'all.
Good night, Raquel. Thanks for stopping by. Always good to see you. So Darius claims that the answer on the tombstone
you are both wrong.
Captain James C. Kirk.
It was James R. Kirk. It was R for Romeo.
Because R is next to the T on the keyboard.
I've learned when it comes to mistakes,
typo.
I don't know or give a fuck why it was a mistake.
It's a typo. Someone with short fingers.
Typing's either a benefit or it's a hazard.
Filipino?
It's a benefit. It's not my problem.
Not sure. Don't know. Someone with shorter fingers. Myself, for instance.
Have you ever retired a Canadian by mistake? No. But in your position, it is a risk.
Darius Munchausen claims it's confirmed.
Confirmed.
That's
James
what he
R.
says.
Kirk.
Oh, maybe that's what the C stands for. James confirmed Kirk. I don't think that sounds right, Darius. He says the C stands for confirmed.
Denied.
I don't. No, denied. Tim, what's your vote?
I don't know.
James confirmed Kirk. I don't think his middle name would be confirmed, but that's just me.
It was R for Romeo.
Huh. Okay. Darius Munchausen says, "Good night, Raquel." And there is Captain Cockney Spock.
Yes, thank you.
You are welcome. Vulcan hand sign popcorn. www.youtube.com//channel/ a whole bunch of very mixed up letters.
Got to get that fixed.
Can you please read your motto? Because if I read it, it's not going to be the same.
Issue obfuscation is our goal here at Cockney Incorporated. More meta than meta. Fuck places, everyone, is our motto. Oh, you get it. You get it. It's fine. We'll fix it in post.
In post. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll edit it in post.
Yeah. Punchlines and laughter track will also be added in post.
There's so many terms that I would not understand if I didn't watch YouTube, and meta is one of them. I hadn't heard of meta before coming on here at all.
And recursive and self-referential. Yep,
right.
I had a recursive girlfriend. She got the self-referential train to the station, and I met her.
Red wine, stay close to me. Darius Munchausen, if you come on here, we'll sing that song, man. We'll
speak
do an
for yourself.
impromptu. And Sweet Caroline.
I'm the operator on my pocket calculator by craft.
Jedi Bill was in the chat earlier. I don't know if you saw him. Yeah, you saw him.
I did. I hailed him.
Because you were here from the start.
I was, wasn't I? I was here before the start, noting that you were targeted.
But if Jedi Bill, sometimes Tim, maybe he hosts karaoke nights.
Yeah, I've been to those, and I've been to the Midnight's Edge ones where it's Tom and then Latino Slamp, Polly, and Culture Casino all do one together.
Culture Casino can sing. Tom can sing better than normal, both of them. Polly, I haven't seen him sing, but just listening to him speak, I believe he can sing as well. Yeah, he's got the vocal qualities. How you heard them sing? They were good together?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's good. But if Jedi Bill does another karaoke, Sweet Caroline, I'd love to sing.
Sweet Caroline.
That's the one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've got this. When I was backpacking through Australia along the Whitsunday Islands, came across on a sailboat journey for a couple of days out there. I met this Englishman, Irishman from Dublin by the name of Jack O'Reilly.
You don't want to be getting those things too confused now.
No. Jack O'Reilly, I swear to God, that was his name. And he would sing karaoke, and he always got yelled at by the DJ or whoever was putting it on, because he'd swing the microphone. It was back in the days when they had corded microphones, like in the 2001.
I remember
corded mic. So he'd get in. So those are expensive, and apparently you're not supposed to swing them. That's really bad for them. And he'd get yelled at, but every friggin' time he'd get up and he'd start singing Sweet Caroline, and he'd swing the microphone every time. So as tribute to Jack O'Reilly, I've got to swing the microphone and sing Sweet Caroline. And that's a good song. There's, you can really get some vocal range. There's some really good parts to that song. I love it. Do you ever do karaoke, Tim?
I used to in the past. I used to go to karaoke bars with my oldest brother and his wife before they were married.
Yeah. Well, it's fun. I see. Doing it here, you're out at a bar. You're in front of everyone in the crowd, and it's kind of, a little bit nerve-wracking. Maybe for some people. But I lived in Japan, and the way they often do it over there is you rent like a private little room, and it seats maybe 10, like you and just your friends, and you have a machine and you've got the TV and you have a button and a microphone and you can order food delivered right to your room, and you've got a menu, and it's got nice comfortable matting, and you take your shoes off, of course, and you all sit down around this table and you have a feast and you sing karaoke with just normal karaoke, but it's only your group of maybe 10 people that can hear you. So it's just your friends. You're not that embarrassed, and it's good fun. And it was a big thing over there in the early 2000s. So yeah, what Darius Munchausen says. Would you mind reading that from Darius Munchausen, please, Tim?
When in Rome, I'm sorry, but I'm thinking of the right words to say. I know they don't sound the way I planned them to be.
Is that a lyric from a song, I wonder?
It's musical notes. It's like a quarter note, and then I think that's an eighth note, and then a pair of eighth notes.
I cannot read music at all. I will take your word for it, Tim. Good on you, Darius. Oh, there we go. Linux, low-spec Linux laptop. Put his links in the chat to his videos, so please check those out. That's awesome. Thank you for putting that up there, and thanks for being here tonight. Same with you, Darius. And good night, Raquel. Thanks for being here. Glad to have you here. I'm going to wrap it up. Holy crap. Yeah, I got to go to work here in the morning. That's the other link to his video. Fantastic. And low-spec Linux laptop in the chat says, Darius Munchausen, I would keep it on a separate physical drive if you have a spare. Okay, to avoid the crashing issues. Okay, sure. Ooh. Captain, would you like to read this in your best Darius Munchausen impersonation?
Sure.
Thank you.
Darius Munchausen in the chat says, y'all, Raquel must be in Texas this week.
Oh, yeah? Oh, which Raquel?
Which Texas? Not Oklahoma.
There's a Texas in Ontario.
There's a Paris in Texas.
There's a Paris in Ontario. And, yeah, you're right. And in Ontario. There's a London in Ontario. It's quite a big city, actually.
And I think there's an Ontario in California.
Yeah, no doubt. But Raquel, I wonder if that's Raquel Briggs, Professor Blueskin's smart lady.
No, it's Raquel SSG, pay teacher
okay.
number one. Got that wine, but I'll have what he's having.
Oh, here's what I'm having. Crossed with a little bit of that, crossing the old streams. Captain, I know you're a big fan of that.
Streams, you are so naughty. You are so naughty, crossing the streams.
Mm-hmm. And Darius also says, LOL, no. Captain, muting people is confirmed. Muting people is confirmed. Yes.
I mean, there is a criteria. I'm harsh but fair and consistent, but yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Darius in the chat also says, more meta than meta is brilliant.
Yay!
Yeah, it is. Oh, Antiderivative Jill. Hello.
Yo!
Great to have you here, Antiderivative Jill. Fantastic. Yeah. Cheers and welcome to you in my fantastic.
Remember, Jill, transmedia canonical verisimilitudes. Yes. We must all speak the lingua franca of transmedia canonical verisimilitudes.
My French is terrible.
Woohoo!
I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Polishman in New Zealand.
Nice, Darius.
Is he singing that in with Sting in the background?
I used to be an Englishman in New York, so that does. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman. I'm a Polishman in New Zealand.
The Promise is a song by. Okay, so When in Rome is a group, and the song is The Promise. Okay, thanks, Darius.
Englishmen will walk but never run.
Derivative Joe. Red Wine is by UB40. Yes, it is.
For a
And
bonus point,
Red
can
Wine
you tell me
is
what a
also by
UB40
Sawmill Creek.
Spidey, can you tell me for
Yes.
bonus point what a UB40 is?
It's a great musical band.
Where do they get their? Why
A
do they call
UB40.
it?
No,
It
no,
means something.
UB40. It sounds like a submarine. It's a submarine, a Russian
Does it?
submarine to be specific. Oh no, a German submarine to be specific, because
You're not doing very well tonight, are you, Spidey? I wouldn't go entering any pub quizzes anytime soon if I were you.
I'm nailing it. What are you talking about?
That is, you're thinking of U571.
Yes. So UB40 is obviously the precursor
It's something completely
to that.
different and unrelated, but I see what you did there.
It sounds like a submarine.
It's
Tim,
nothing
back
like
me
a
up here.
submarine. You are incorrect. I see what you were going for, but UB40 and U571 are completely unrelated. In fact, the more we talk about them together, the more neural
Idiotic
connections
sounds.
were formed. They're completely different. That never
Yeah,
came
that's
out
a
Getting
song.
dumber.
It's not a submarine.
Red Wine's a song, and I think UB40 is a musician or a musical group.
Mhm.
It's a bet.
Yep.
Yes, but why are
And
they
Yellow
called
Submarine
UB40?
is also a song.
Why? Why did they pick UB40? It's not just a random collection of it. You go AB56 or WW69.
The
No, that's
suspense is killing me. Yes.
Well, I'm not going to tell you. Suck it.
You don't have to.
I know. I want to give Darius a shot. No looking it up on the internet, you fuckers.
No.
Yes,
Low
it's
spec
by
Linux
Sting.
laptop has
No,
the answer.
no.
Yes.
No, Linus. Back to your
Yes.
penguin house.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I appreciate your non-binary thinking and of your full embracement
That's fucking
of
awesome.
the third operating system.
Here's
No.
a high five.
U571 is
virtual
not the
high
name of
five.
a bat. And now with Red Wine, it's U571.
Underwater
Fuck
boat
off, Spidey.
40.
You're drunk. You are way off base.
Okay, Captain.
You're way off base like a Russian boat.
What's your? Can you come up with better than that?
There is no my answer. There is the correct answer, which I know.
Try and
Shall I
beat
tell
that.
you?
That man
No,
is
I
a
can't
genius.
tell you from experience, of course, but apparently when you sign on the benefit in the UK, the old unemployment form, it's called a UB40 when you're signing on.
Oh. So
apparently. Of course, I wouldn't know. I was too busy being Thatcher's little children, working all the time, innit?
Ooh, the Iron Lady.
Yeah, the Iron Lady.
Yeah, I remember Thatcher.
I think we'll keep the Falklands. Thank you so much, Argentina.
Say what you want, man. She got shit done.
Broadly, I go shit domestically, great internationally.
That's what I mean. Like from living in Canada and watching her, like the other leaders didn't mess with her. You know, she
had more cojones than the rest of them.
Yeah,
maybe
the Canadian media.
We'll take those Falklands back. Thank you so much, General Belgrano.
The Falkland Islands, are they off of Chile? Chile?
No, the complex thing is that Chile, being their own fascist police state, were actually somewhat embarrassingly our good friends during the Falklands War, which now explains why later in life Maggie Thatcher gave legal shielding to former dictator Augusto Pinochet of Chile, because they helped us during the Falklands conflict.
I identify as an attack helicopter.
AH-64. Oh, baby, don't. I'll get mine. Hang on a minute, I've got no idea.
I identify as an attack helicopter. It used to fly, but the top rotor has become disconnected from the bottom rotor, so I'm going to have to take it apart and monkey with it. But yeah, that's my attack helicopter. Not as cool as stormtroopers, not as cool as a troop carrier. I'll give you that, Tim. That was way
tell you
cooler.
what, Spidey.
That's awesome. From the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I got 2 of them in the driving it.
Spidey, you're not wrong. You're right.
Oh my, Captain, is that the same one I've got? Same helicopter? Yeah.
Apache. Is that H64?
I
Let's
don't know
say
what
it
this
is.
is.
Come on, get your Apache out.
Well, this is a Chinese knockoff, perhaps. No.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could do this in Ukraine? Oh, hello, Russians.
Ooh, that's awesome.
That'd be nice, wouldn't
Holy
it?
is that Darth Vader in there, Tim?
It's the Imperial Gunner.
That's friggin' awesome. Yeah, they might be the same, Captain.
Yeah,
I thought
I
I
believe
saw
so.
a dark figure. I thought I saw Darth Vader in there. That is so
No,
cool.
it's the Imperial Gunner.
Can you show me the gun on that, please, Tim?
Unterwasserboots.
Where? Which gun?
Well,
No,
how many guns are there?
14. Phew.
Oh, on this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, those are all the handguns, but oh shoot, I dropped. See, here's the Imperial Gunner, but I dropped his gun.
Oh yeah, no. If we could see his gun. Oh, okay, that's the one I thought was Darth Vader. Right.
Yeah.
Now, see, Darius Munchausen is arguably a German expert, and he says Underwasser Boot 40.
Unterwasserboot, das Boot.
Darius, that's why we love you, Darius. That's awesome.
42. 32. Achtung, mach schnell.
And Captain, could you read this by our friend Darius, please?
I'm an Englishman in New York is by Sting.
He's right. Whose real name for the bonus question, Captain, is?
Is that how he got his name? Because he used to be in the police. It was a sting operation.
Ooh.
You're welcome. I'll be here all night. Go on. What's the question?
What's his real name? Ooh.
Oh, Stuart Goddard or something like that. Something like that.
You don't know Sting's real name?
I don't sound disappointed and surprised like that. Give me a minute. Yes, I do. I'm just getting the information out of my brain. I keep wanting to say. I keep wanting to say Reginald Dwight, but that's
nice.
John.
That's beautiful, Tim. Nice. So you obviously sit there and like shoot. Toys. Yeah, you play with them. I would hope. Yeah, that's fantastic. And they can their joints move and their
Hey Siri, what's Sting's real name?
Yeah, this one's a more modern one.
Gordon Sumner. Yep, I knew that. Gordon Sumner.
Because he did an album. Can you name the title of the album?
Yes, it was Tantric Masturbation. Yes, Sting's title was called Tantric Masturbation.
It was called Tales from Gordon Sumner.
That's it. That wasn't.
I could be in Canada. It was. Prove it wasn't.
We'll do it live. That was the latest.
We'll do it live.
Oh,
it's in the Chile or Chile.
What is this cut? I don't know what this means. Do it live.
Chile.
Yeah, that was the latest cut from Sting from his new album, Tantric Masturbation with Spidey. Oh, that is nut webbing.
No, but it does still smell like maple, oddly enough. Yeah, all right. In the chat, Anti-Derivative Jill says, Darius Munchausen. And she doesn't do that. She does that. It's so easy to do that.
She does that.
She does that. No, I mean, Captain, shame on you. You're a grown man.
What have I done?
You hesitated in reading this chat.
I didn't know I had to read read your own fucking chat. I'm busy over here.
Darius Munchausen in the chat says, I was also going to guess submarine.
Now, it's funny how the brain works. It's like, that's U571. The other bit of the brain's going, oh, fuck it, that'll do. They'll never notice the difference.
That's right.
That's not.
And we know Darius hasn't drunk any alcohol, so he's sober. Well, maybe not sober, but he's not under the influence.
Why it's UB?
UB Form 40. Okay. So, because they weren't expecting to get real jobs because they were artists, so they were on unemployment, as most artists perhaps would be in England. Okay,
Maybe,
I get it.
they all had full-time jobs as stockbrokers. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying that's what.
Were they from the UK? Are they English?
Yeah.
Is UP40 English?
Birmingham. Does Birmingham count?
Is that north of London?
Midlands. The third largest city in England. Maybe the UK.
I only know where Brighton is. I know where Brighton is. I know it's famous for beaches and people that are flamboyant, shall we say.
Shout out to Beverly from Birmingham.
And Sherwood Forest, because I have friends from Nottingham.
Are they rabbits or trees?
2 women and a man. Backpackers I met in Australia.
Good name for a techno group from Berlin. 2 women and a man.
So there's Munchausen in the chat, and we have I know some chats have policies only English in the chat. Not here.
No, German only. Can we sprechen Sie Deutsch in the chat, please? Dankeschön. Can we just do the whole show in German now?
We could.
Das Munchausen sprechen eine kleine Nachtmusik. Dankeschön, Darius Munchausen. Sehr gut, ja. Cheers.
I only know 10 words in German, Captain.
Eins, zwei, drei, vier.
I know 2 Polish words. Have I told you the 2 Polish words I know?
Dobry, jak się masz, do widzenia.
Because you actually speak Polish, don't you?
Ja nie mówię po polsku. Ja rozumiesz bardzo troszkę po polsku.
All right, here's a word that I know in Polish. Through my travels in Poland, I picked this up. Roczka.
Boże mój.
Can you pronounce it better than me?
Roczka.
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 And the other word I learned. Can you draw me a map to the Publiczny dom?
Publiczny dom? The fuck is
a
that?
Whorehouse. Public house. Publiczny dom. Public dome. Public house.
Oh yeah, Publiczny like Idziemy do domu.
Is that maybe that's slang? Maybe that's
slang. Dom is home. Go home is Idziemy do domu. Like domus. It's from Latin, isn't it? Domus, domicile.
Public house.
Domu.
Publiczny dom. Right. German, I know links is left and rechts is right. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Dankeschön.
Bitteschön. Wie geht es Ihnen? Dank gut.
Bitteschön. I don't know what bitteschön means. Actually, I've heard it. Don't know what it means.
You're welcome, more or less. Because schön obviously can also mean please. So you're very. Dankeschön, bitteschön. Bitte.
Lederhosen, I think it's German too.
Nice. Ain't
So
it good? Ain't it good?
10.
That's good enough.
9.
Well, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. Now you speak 12 words.
Holy shit. Were you making those up or is that serious?
No, that's 1 to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many languages do you speak?
7, none. I'm a bilingual illiterate. I ain't got a clue.
I speak cursive real well.
I literally don't speak my first language, my mother tongue.
Polish?
Yep. Ja nie mówi po polsku. Nie rozumiesz po polsku, nie mówię.
That sounds like you speak it.
Bardzo troszkę. French is good because you only need to know one sentence.
Oui, je parle français, mais ma français c'est très mauvais. Yeah, je suis désolé. My français c'est très mauvais. I'm sorry, my French is very bad.
Darius
I can say a few things like I'm looking for my glasses. Like je cherche pour ma lunette.
Which kind of glasses? Oculare?
That's about it.
Darius
my Japanese is actually better than my French, I think, because I've used it more recently. My French, I learned it in grade school, and
it's from
when do you use Polish outside of
UK? Texas when you get high, so high. When do I use Polish outside of Poland? When talking to the Polish person?
I don't use French.
When trying to impress a hot chick,
school, but I don't use it
when
here.
trying to impress a brunette. Same reason why I do anything.
No, okay. I actually, the last time I honestly used French, I was backpacking in Vietnam. And because France used to occupy Vietnam, it was called Indochina.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Bonjour, monsieur. Où est la
and so they forced all the kids to speak, to learn French in school. And so this 90, I got lost as shit with my New Zealand. Actually, coincidentally, small world. My New Zealand friend, shout out to Johnny Wallerman. He and I got lost as fuck in Hanoi, downtown old school Hanoi.
Hanoi.
And did you know that New Zealanders don't really speak French? Well, he didn't.
Let's all follow the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
So I had to ask this old guy, and he didn't speak English, and he didn't speak Japanese. So I tried French, and by the fuck, he spoke French. And I said, well, why? Because they had to study it when he was a small kid, because France sort of controlled Vietnam. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I don't really speak French
for a while.
Or Japanese. Don't get a chance to practice that either. Gonna have to go. I practice it with you. And Darius speaks German. German. He speaks Japanese. I'm guessing better than I do.
Well, you know the rules. Darius owns all our collective knowledge in his head.
He does. Tim, would you mind reading this comment from our good friend? Do you know Anti-Derivative Jill? She has her own channel as well. I'm going to put her link in the chat. Could you please read that if you don't mind, sir?
Also, Alve Derzen, because of Sound of Music. I can't read any. I can't really pronounce it because I only speak English.
Oh, yeah. What does that?
Alvitazane.
Is that how you spell that?
Assuming that's what it is. Alvitazane, yeah.
I think you did better than I did anyway, Tim. I didn't want to try and pronounce it. Alvitazane. Okay. Alvitazane, because of the Sound of Music. Well, Jill, sadly, we can add that to the list of great movies that I should have seen, but as of yet, I have not seen. I have not seen Godfather. I have not seen Run, Lola. Have I seen? Oh, I saw Run, Lola, Run. That was good. I haven't seen Logan's Run. Sometimes I get
Run, Lola, Run.
Run, Lola, Run and Logan's Run are completely different movies.
Yeah, Run, Lola, Run belongs with Edge of Tomorrow and Groundhog Day.
What did you think of Run, Lola, Run?
Are you kidding? Of that subgenre, it's the best one.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
It's totally good. But yeah, it's totally, you should basically, I recommend anyone watch Groundhog Day, then Run, Lola, Run, and then Day After Tomorrow. But only those three films, because it's not quite time travel, is it? It's waking up in the same body on the same day. But Run, Lola, Run only does it 3 times, where in Groundhog Day, Murray, he does it 3,000 times. Well, apparently,
who does it more? Edge of Tomorrow or
Edge of Tomorrow, 6 times.
Yeah, I watched it recently. I would take issue with that. I think it might be by a factor.
It's the worstest one, and it's got freaking Cruise in it, which
Yeah,
I mean, he's good for running.
In Japan, I was mistaken for Cruise. We're about the same height and build.
Nice. Do you?
And we're both white men with dark hair. So,
do you own a religion? Oh my goodness!
I do. The Church of Canadian Spider-Man Facebook page is up there already. There's Munchausen in the chat. Captain, you probably have the best pronunciation.
Pani Munchausen in the chat says, niech się wolność i swobodnie żywaba dziewczyna. What the fuck is he making me say? Włada. Młoda. Yeah, because that L with a line through it, that's a W. If you see a W, that's a V, and you won't see a V. So an L with a line through it, so that's Młoda. Because without the M, that'd be water. But that would be with a W, that'd be Voda. And small water, that's vodka, of course.
I think I can understand it, and I'm going to translate it into Japanese.
Yeah, I think it's saying, go fuck your mother, go fuck yourself, and go fuck all your listeners.
No, it says, Boku no tomodachi sugoi baka desu. Sugoi da.
As on Japanese, that's
my friends are crazy.
Highlighting the wrong chat.
Here we go. Darius Munchausen further says, LOL, Anti-Derivative Jill. Meinst du auf Wiedersehen?
V.
Auf Wiedersehen.
It's a V. Auf Wiedersehen. It's Volkswagen. It's not Volkswagen, is it? Volkswagen. Wiedersehen. Would that it were so?
It looks like Wiedersehen.
No, it doesn't. Auf Wiedersehen. We've got to get your German brain on, haven't you? You've got to load. You got to go brain, load German filter.
So go
Now
ahead.
all the W's look like V's, and I'm not
Very
even
strange.
thinking about it. Auf Wiedersehen, Wiedersehen, Wiedersehen.
What does
V,
Auf
that's more like an
Wiedersehen
S.
mean? We'll
It
see you
means
later.
fuck off. It means good day to you, sir.
Mata day.
Auf Wiedersehen. Cheers.
John, see you later.
Pretty much.
I'm serious. I don't know what it means.
You do now because you just told me.
See you later. Okay.
I ain't fucking with you.
All right.
Darius,
Okay.
can you confirm Auf Wiedersehen means good day to you, sir? More or less. Yeah, laters. Chipping laters, bro.
In Japanese, that's John, Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, upon seeing you again.
Oh, literal translation. Nice.
There you
Darius
go.
taking it to the next level.
So the oof, A-U-F, would mean upon.
Because apparently goodbye comes from
and
God be with
sehen
you. So
is see. No, weeder would be seeing you. Seeing you again. That's a verb. Okay, cool. I like it. See, here we learn all kinds of stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, it's midnight. It is the next day. I've got to go to bed, gentlemen. Okay, let's go through these chats. Stop typing, everybody. We're going to go to sleep.
Stop
We've talked about
typing,
Trudeau.
you selfish bastards.
We've talked about the lack of freedoms in Canada. Oh, what lack of freedoms? I can't fly to see my parents on the other side of the country, even if there's some sort of situation. So that's a lack of freedom. I can't leave the country if I want to. So that's sort of like North Korea, isn't it, gentlemen?
A little
there
bit.
You go.
Well, I'll tell you what, one respect, North
Black
Korea
light.
is more free than New Zealand. In North Korea, you can smoke
black
dope
light.
legally.
No blood. I had nothing to do with it.
Phonetically,
All right.
like, innit? Transmedia canonical, very similitude.
Now, we have no such rule as we're not as strict as the Captain Cockney show, because you, sir, read all the chat every time. I try to, so we'll try to do this.
As I grow bigger, 350 now 400. Then I do.
Nice.
I skip the hellos now, but I will. All the arguments. I'll always read the arguments. Hey, Cockney, your time travel theory sucks. Oh, really good, sir. Tell me why, or I'm going to block you.
I've got to go to bed, so seriously.
Yeah, go on. Why are we still here having this conversation? Good
You're
night,
so
everyone.
fast, it's speeding through. I'm so impressed
Remember,
with you,
folks,
Captain.
everyone that you meet has got a story to tell. Oh, sorry, wrong channel.
So, anti-derivative Jill, I'm just going to call her AJ. AJ in the chat, and I'm going to say that
How
with
about
loving affection.
Jill? Alternative Jill in the chat.
It's still too long. AJ in the chat says.
That's what she said.
LOL, just spelled it. However, I thought of it in my head. Sorry, Darius. Tim, would you mind reading that from Darius, please?
Or even better, upon seeing each other again.
Fair enough. Captain.
Alternative Jill in the chat says, I know more Spanish words, muy caliente, muy frío, than anything else, but I still can't even speak it anyway. Ay caramba. Small fringe minority.
Mm-hmm.
What superheroes?
No, the Freedom Convoy to Ottawa, the truckers. That is Anti-Derivative Jill's channel. Be sure to check her out. I've got to check out more live streams. I'm going to try and catch you live if I can, Jill. I've got my notification bell turned on.
Do it.
Same with Darius's channel as well. Oh, Darius, there you go. Feels are alive with it. Yeah, I've seen the scene in The Sound of Music. I know it stars Angela Lansbury. I mean, everybody knows that. But
who?
The girl that I confuse with Angela Lansbury, Julie Andrews.
Yeah, slightly different. Only one of those people got their tits out in SOB the movie. And it wasn't Lansbury, put it that way.
Ooh.
You know that, did you?
Tell me.
You've never seen Julie Andrews' Tartars, but now you
Is there a non-zero chance that Angela Lansbury is in The Sound of Music? Can you tell me that?
I'd say if you think
certain?
she is, then it's pretty guaranteed that she isn't.
There's Angela Cartwright is in Sound of Music.
No. So she changed her name. There you go.
No,
Thank you.
Angela
Thank you, Tim.
Cartwright was the little girl from the TV show Lost in Space.
Oh, that was a good show too. Yeah, I like that. Antidote of Jill says, thanks, guys. You're welcome, of course. Good old time, Tom Chickwer?
Tom Twerker.
Twerker. Okay. Yeah, he does do good karaoke. Tim, could you read that, please?
Jill has 101 subscribers.
Yes, Jill.
Yes, Jill. Congratulations, Jill. That's awesome. That means you can change your URL, which you probably already did. She's pretty happy about that. And she says, yes, I was on Bill's Soup last night. Yeah, Jedi Bill has a show called Insomniac Soup, which is always fun. I often go in there, and Captain is in there, and it's fun.
Hello.
And he's got a lot of people in there. And Jedi Bill is up to like 800 subscribers now or something nuts. Yeah, but he puts a lot of work into it. So there you
He's pulling ahead so far. You won't even talk to me now till I get to 500.
He caught a wave, you know. He rode the wave. He's body surfing.
Really?
Now.
He's doing well.
Yeah. Yes, I was on Bill's Soup last night, and he worked his magic with my sub numbers.
He did.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Jill.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jedi Bill.
Yeah.
I
Bill's
put his
the
link
man
in the chat earlier.
He's a brother warrior. He's the man. You're the man, Bill. You're the man.
Yeah. And Darius says, whose link is that? That might be Jedi Bill's there. Darius also has a channel, and I like to put his Antidote of Jill. If you're still around, could you put Darius's link in the chat? That'd be fantastic. If you don't, I will. So Darius in the chat says, that's little ooh, and that is, I want to say ta. That is ta. Ja ne. That's ne. So this last one right here is ne. The last little, looks like a cross with two little horizontal lines. That's ne. And the first symbol, the first kanji is ja. And the symbol, the little sideways U after that means you extend that sound. You carry that sound forward.
Does it?
You extend it. Yeah, so ja, ja. And then ne. That character after is ne.
So if I put that symbol after wanker, then it becomes wanker.
Well,
wanker.
Yeah, whatever sound you last say, it extends it. Yeah, that's right.
That little thing in the middle, I'm going to use that. Yeah, wanker with a little thing on it. Wanker.
Yeah. Sideways you like that. Yeah, it's a little little suit. I forget. I've been drinking, and it's been a long time. I haven't lived in Japan since 2005, and I haven't visited since 2016. So I'm off a bit. Antidote of Jill in the chat says, "Oh man, Spidey, I'm so sorry."
Put your sorries in a sec, mister.
Matan. That sucks. What sucks? Nothing's to be. What sucks, Jill? Everything's good. Everything's friggin' good. What sucks? Oh, about Trudeau and that sucks.
Don't think about that.
No.
Don't
Everything about that. Here, like my immediate life, is awesome. But my country going to hell in a handbasket. I'm seriously gonna have to flee if things don't change. Literally live in another country, but that wouldn't be so bad if it was a warm country with coconuts. She also says in the chat, Captain, can you read that, please? If you don't mind,
Anti-derivative or indeed alternative Jill in the chat says, I am doing a Picard review after this.
Nice.
For the third episode, it should take me 30 min to get through.
Okay. Fair enough. Picard third episode. Some people like it, some people don't. I haven't seen it.
He's a replicant. He's a fucking toaster. He's a skin
can't
job.
Really say. And Tim, do you mind reading this from Antidote of Jill, please?
I was sort of getting tired of it, but then Clobby said he likes my reviews, and I like to finish what I started.
Yep, that's a good trait to have.
That's a good
good
philosophy,
trait to
Jill.
have.
You're right,
A
Jill.
lot of people don't have that trait anymore.
I also like to finish everything that I've.
Oh, and Darius Munchausen in the chat says, I'm going to read this. He says, you are all in my heart right now, all the time.
Oh, right
you
now,
too, man.
all the time.
No kidding.
Right now,
thanks
all
for saying
the time.
That. Anti-derivative Jill says, or just Jill. Oh, okay. Instead of AJ. Yeah, she probably doesn't like AJ.
How about Jedi Jill?
Jedi Jill?
Jedi Jill.
Yeah, as a Star Trek fan. But, there's not the
Starfleet
Jill? Star Trek and...
Starfleet Jill.
One thing
Jill.
the shitty writing of recent years has done is I think it's brought Star Trek and Star Wars fans together because we both have had our franchises kicked in the nuts, so to speak, metaphorically. And so it's brought us together, I think, against the woke. Because we used to fight a lot, I think. There was more. Maybe I'm wrong. That's my opinion. Shit. All right. Captain, you want to read this?
I do not, sir. Nice try, though. Oh, I'll try. Darius Munchausen in the chat says chicken fried rice, noodles, prawn balls. Oh, sorry, that's probably offensive, isn't it? Depends on how you look at it, really.
Well, that's food. The second one in is toe. I know the second one is toe. Third one, shit, I'm too to not. I'm tired, and that's toe. The fourth one is sa.
It's Singaporean for UB40.
And the end one is be, he, be. I'm tired. It's been a while. Good vibes. Okay. LOL. Tom Twerker, pronounced Tukver, was a director of Lola Rent. I think he means Run Lola Run.
Well, he wrote Lola Rent. Oh, because that's German. Rent Lola Rent.
Max, is it?
No.
I believe you.
Get to the chopper.
Subscribe to Darius Munchausen, and there is his YouTube channel. Yes, absolutely. And Darius is a mean singer. Yeah, when he's on karaoke, he can carry a tune. Damn good. Jill, I think I've seen you only once as well, and you were belting it out as well. She's pretty quiet usually when she's talking, but then when she sings, she can really belt it out if need be. Sub to Captain Cockney Spock. There you go. And Tim, do you have a channel?
Yes. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, please, by all means.
But in the meanwhile, please sub to me. I need the 400, otherwise Bill will not acknowledge my existence. No, I'm teasing. Of course he will. He's lovely, but please subscribe. Please subscribe if you like time travel. Do you like Blade Runner? What about Total Recall? Do you like the big questions? Is it a dream?
That's des. Des. The last two are des, which means is. And that third one in is ka, and I don't know the first one. The ka, des. Good vibes. I think it means good vibes. Yep, sure. Good on you. Matane. That is Japanese, and that means I'll see you later. Matane or Jane, either one. Jane means matane means goodbye. See you later, low-spec Linux laptops. Laptop, singular. And Tim, could you please read that if you don't mind?
It won't let me update my URL yet.
Okay. Maybe it's waiting. You have to stay above 100 subscribers for a certain amount of time, and then you can. Maybe that's what it is. Perhaps, I'm not sure. Okay, and Tim, here I have your link. So please let me put that in the chat. Please subscribe to Tim Hayes. And your link, so Antiderivative Jill wants to update her URL so it is simple, like Tim Hayes is, and like Captain Cockney Spock's is, and like mine is as well. So there is yours. Please subscribe to Tim. And it was good to have you on here, Tim. Thank you for coming on. Right, you popped right on here. I appreciate that. And Darius Munchausen in the chat says, Captain Cockney Spock, could you read what Darius says?
Darius Munchausen says, Star Trek. Crumbs, that is small on this screen. I'm going to need a bigger boat. Hang on. Star Trek fans and Star Wars fans unite against franchise killer and IP destroying machine and creativity vacuum, J.J. Abrams.
He's not wrong. And Antiderivative Jill also agrees. Tim, would you mind reading that from Antiderivative Jill?
You're right, Spidey. I agree. Star Wars and Star Trek fans have never been closer in our misery.
Yeah, she's not wrong.
You're
Both
not
of our
wrong,
franchises.
Jill. You're right. You're not
Yeah,
wrong. You're right.
You are right.
You're right.
And so, low spec Linux laptop. That first symbol is ma. Second one is ta. Third one is ne. Making mata ne, which means I will see you later in Japanese.
Oh, mata
and
ne.
Darius Munchausen said, Jill sang with a mind blown emoji. Yeah, she did. Darn right. Antiderivative Jill. Captain, can you please finish it off with
That's what she said.
Jill.
Anti-alternative Jill says, it's all right, Spidey. I know I am not good at singing, but I had fun. Dot 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 dot. Dot. Yeah.
Neither one of us.
No one
Neither
was
one
there.
of us
Bill.
are as good as Darius.
Fell over the triggered fish.
But I dare say, Jill, you can sing a hell of a lot better than I can. And I was surprised at how like you, when you're singing, you get loud and actually sing. So that was good. Okay, and the very last chat, because it is bedtime. Holy shit, it's after 12. I gotta wake up early here. And that is Tim Hayes. That is your URL. Can you read your own? I don't know how you read that.
Yeah, https://www.youtube.com/user/Tim Hayes.
That's
there you go,
forward
ladies
slash.
and gentlemen. Please subscribe to Tim Hayes and
forward slash. Okay, yeah, it is a forward slash.
I just go with slash, but then I start them out.
Yeah, it must be a little bit dyslexic.
Yeah, or yeah, and yeah, you haven't been drinking wine, so you don't have that excuse.
No, I don't drink alcohol.
No. Darius Munchausen in the chat says, I don't think I saw that Antiderivative Jill unless I fell asleep watching the stream and thought I dreamed it. You didn't see her sing? Well, you can always go back and watch it.
Confusing, because given that all life on Earth is part of Darius's cosmic dream, then in a way, even if it was real, you dreamt it. She's real because you dreamt her. Can you hit yourself, Mr. Quaid? Japper.
And he says,
it actually makes sense. She's real because I dreamt her. Yeah, I can. If I dream of someone before I meet her, then obviously she's real. You can't dream of someone and then meet them. That'd be too weird, wouldn't it? If you dream someone, she's real because you dream. Yeah, she's real because I dreamt her. That's right.
And if you think that it happened in that arrangement, sometimes I've read that sometimes our brain gets a little crosswired, and new experiences somehow get stored in our long-term memory,
But if
And
I
so we
dream of a slutty brunette,
think
and then I
we've
meet
seen
her
it
the next
a long
day,
time ago
you
and we
know that
didn't.
I met her last week. What?
Right. Oyasumi, a low-spec Linux laptop, is saying another word for Japanese. It means good night, and that is oyasumi.
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi. I gotta find it now, and he's referring to Jill's
Julie Andrews
singing.
topless.
Right. Tim, would you mind reading that, please?
I don't either at Tim Hayes.
Okay, then. And JPRPH1, hello, hi to you, hail. We're just wrapping it up. I've got to get to sleep. I'm expected to work somewhat.
But howdy anyway. Proof that you always get a party going on just as you're trying to wrap it up. Always.
I know.
Welcome,
right?
Jipper.
All right, Captain, can you read Antiderivative Jill since you do it so well?
Anti-derivative Jill, or indeed, alternatively, alternative Jill in the chat says,
I think it all works.
It's the one where you commented that you had fallen asleep early in the comments section at Darius Munchausen.
Thank you, Captain. You read those with such vigor. That's awesome. Darius Munchausen says, hello. Thanks for the sub, Darius. Tim Hayes, awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, of course. I'm not surprised. And Jill says, I start by singing Still Alive from Portal. Fair enough. And Captain, can you read that, please?
Darius Munchausen at Captain Marty Spock, dreaming a woman into existence. She had to exist first. That's the point. If I dream a woman into existence, you'd think she probably existed before I dreamt her. That's the whole thing, isn't it? Because you can never dream of a face you haven't seen, apparently. So that line even makes more sense. She's real because I dreamt her. I must have seen her and then dreamt her and then seen her again. But
right. I understand that now.
Yeah, I saw her on TV, then I made her up, and then I saw her at a concert, and then she picked me out of the crowd, and la 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 la.
Antiderivative Jill. So I had just woken up, apparently. Antiderivative Jill says hi. And Tim, could you please read that in the chat?
From Darius Munchausen. I write, I did fall asleep early that night. I did that a lot last week.
Yeah. Well, he burns the candle at both ends, and I think we're familiar with that. I certainly am. GLaDOS, Darius Munchausen in the chat says.
Is that an acronym for something?
I don't.
Gilded Ladies abbreviates desperate orgasms, essentially.
Sure. And rounding off the show, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to work tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Darius Munchausen in the chat says, I'm gonna find Jill singing.
I'm gonna find it.
I hope he doesn't mean in person.
I'm gonna find you, Jill.
And you're gonna be singing. All right, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. Benny Hill. Jim, thank you. Thank you for you popped on right after I started. I appreciate you coming on, man. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain, it's always a pleasure to have you on.
I accept your apology.
Yeah, I'll hopefully do a fireside chat here if it stops raining. I'll be able to light up the bonfire and stream right from the bonfire again.
We'll inform the Mounties. I'm in the fire service.
The fire service. Fire service is the preferred. Love you, Darius. Thanks for that.
Never call the
Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone. La 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 la.
If I get a chance, I will try to swing by your neighborhood.
La la. La 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 la.
Love it, Captain. I'm not helping you with that. No.
La 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 la. Do we
No.
put our pants on now?
Yeah.
Well.
No, I'm not.
Not you, Jessica.
Not putting on pants.
Don't do it. Do not do it. I'm so close
Not
to
gonna
2
happen.
hours. Wait till 2 hours. Do
Yeah.
it on 2 hours, Spidey.
I'll see you later, everybody.
No, wait until 2 hours. Oh, it looks so much
Why?
better. Wait. Come on, let's just
Oh,
remember.
see you, Darius.
Think Trudeau. Think Cuba. Think Havana. La 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 la. Everyone you meet, folks, has got a story to tell
I've got a story to tell.
that you have yet to hear. All you have to do is stick your fingers right in your ears until the tips are touching each other. And then you go, la 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 la, not listening, don't care, la 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 la. Sorry, wrong show. La la. If you like that kind of sign off.
Guarantee of Rights and Freedoms. Constitution
La, la.
Act 1982. Part 1.
La, la.
Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Good
Canadian
night,
Charter of
boy.
Rights and Freedoms guarantees the rights and freedoms set out in it, subject
it's a
only
great
to
work
such
of fiction,
reasonable
Spidey.
limits prescribed
2
by
hours.
law
Bye, everyone.
as can be
Good night,
demonstratively justified in free and
Au
democratic
revoir,
society.
Quebec.
You have to justify it
Mon
first
chéri.
before you act.
Mon amour.
Trudeau.
Bye.
Justify. See you later, everybody.
Cheers.
Yep,
UB40.
Bye. See you, Jill.
Darius.
Anti-Darius, Jill. Oh, of course she's going to see you. Bye, Tim. Picard review. Oh, yeah, Jill. Awesome.
Subscribe to
Thank
Jill.
you. That's Jill. Nanu.
Nanu.
Mort from Mort. Hell yeah. Love spec.
Calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
Right? That's awesome. Nanu, folks. Good night. Good night.
What am I doing here? I don't know. Who am I? Bye.